Sweetheart, you're not ready yet.
Almost. Is Steve here yet?
No, not yet. Now, come on, don't worry. He's going to be here any minute.
Well, what about Wade? Isn't he here either?
No, he isn't.
Oh, what's taking them so long?
This is Search for Tomorrow. This portion brought to you by mild ivory liquid that helps keep hands young-looking.
One of these players is just learning, and she's 23 years old. The other is 8 years older, and she's quite a pianist. She's married and has 4 children. Which is she? Well, look closely. Hands can give age away, but hers don't. They're really young-looking, with all the dishes she does.
My hands are important to me, so I take care of them. And I've used ivory liquid ever since I was married. I know it's mild, and that's a real help for my hands.
Look again at those hands. Hard telling which are younger, but these play better.
She's the real musician.
Well, I've been practicing a lot longer.
Well, you mean you're the older one?
Yes, I'm 31.
And you have such young-looking hands.
Thank you. I really meant what I said about ivory liquid. It's one thing that I can count on to help my hands stay young-looking.
Well, I'm sure it's something important or Wade'd be here by now, but what did his secretary say?
He's at the sanitarium.
What's he doing there?
Well, I don't really know. There was some sort of an emergency. Look, don't worry about it. I know he's going to be here on time.
Well, he better.
Honey, Wade wouldn't let you down.
Oh, Mom, I know he wouldn't. He's been wonderful, and I really love him.
Yeah, he loves you, too. You know, he was telling me last night how very happy he is for you and how fond he is of Steve. Oh. Hey, you know what? You better get yourself ready so you'll be all dressed when they get here. Do you need some help?
Yeah, I think so.
You know what? I'm going to send up Amy and Jennifer because I've got to keep an eye on Danny. Okay. Oh, hey, you haven't seen Gary yet.
Oh, I know, and I want to. Tell him to come up.
Not now. You've got enough to do.
Okay, but how does he look?
He looks handsome. Except he's a little bit pale. I think he's been working very hard.
Yeah, but he's going to be a terrific doctor, just like Dad was.
Yeah, he is.
Steve? Oh, Mom, look, I don't want to see him. I know it's just a superstition, but I don't want to see him yet.
Okay, Steve.
Wrong, guess again.
Granddad, why didn't you say so? Come on in.
Hey, listen, I can come back later.
Oh, it's okay. I want to talk to you.
As a matter of fact, I want to talk to you, too. Because later on, I probably won't even be able to get a word in edgewise. And after all, you are my favorite granddaughter.
Look, I'm going to leave you two alone. I've got to go downstairs and see what's going on.
Okay.
Daddy, did you happen to see Wade come in?
No, I haven't seen him, honey.
Well, why isn't he called?
Honey, will you stop worrying? He'll make it on time.
Come on, I'm not really worried. I'll see you later.
What is this about being your favorite granddaughter? I'm your only granddaughter.
Well, if I had 100 granddaughters, you'd be the best.
Well, you're a pretty perfect grandfather, too.
How do you feel, honey?
I don't know. I feel like I'm in a trance.
Yeah. I know just what you mean. It's a pretty big step.
Yeah. But it wouldn't even be happening if it weren't for you.
Oh, come now.
No, I mean it. I guess next to Steve, you're probably the most wonderful man in the whole world.
Do you have any idea, honey, what this day means to me? I've watched you growing up all these years, and here you are. A beautiful young woman on her wedding day. And that makes me very proud and very happy. I just wish... I hope that you and Steve are as happy and fulfilled as I was with your grandmother.
Thank you for everything.
Hey, look now, do you realize next time I see you, you're going to be Mrs. Steve Kazlo? And I love you, honey. Now, I better go so you can get ready.
Oh, I was really ashamed. I made this anniversary dinner for Joe's mom and dad.
I wouldn't serve more French fries. Why'd they taste kind of greasy?
Of all times to try and save money. Instead of Crisco, I bought a cheaper shortening. Well, it wasn't all vegetable, and it made my French fries taste greasier.
Ladies who've learned, fry with digestible all-vegetable Crisco for French fries that taste less greasy.
Switch again? Not me.
Ladies who've learned know Crisco's worth the difference because you can taste the difference.
Look at this. I was an ugly teenager, droopy-shouldered. Even my complexion was drab. But instead of giving up, I learned to work at my looks. And one thing that helps is Camay. Camay is a marvelous cleanser and rinses easily, so my face feels soft and smooth, but not greasy. That's a beautiful way to feel. And when you feel beautiful, you look beautiful. Try Camay, the beauty cleanser for your beautiful complexion.
Karen, I just had a talk with Dr. Newman. She's very concerned about you. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, and I don't like coming here and finding you in the infirmary.
Does it really bother you?
Of course it bothers me.
Then why haven't you come to see me for 3 days?
Is that why you haven't been eating?
Maybe.
Well, if I'd known that you were ill, like maybe I could have rescheduled something, but I have a very busy life.
Busy?
I'm sorry, it's true. I have a very busy schedule. I just can't drop something at the spur of the moment and come out here.
I have nothing, no life at all.
No, that's not true. You're feeling better. You're making progress all the time.
What difference does that make?
It makes a lot of difference. Look, you've got to get well and make a whole new life for yourself.
I don't want to go on living if I can't see you anymore.
Karen, I try to see you every chance I get. But I do have my work.
Yes, of course. Your work. You look tired. Older.
I am older. Nothing stands still.
It seems so strange. You're so strange to me. It's as if I don't even know you.
Well, you mustn't think that.
You have changed. You're distant. It's as if there's some shadow between us.
Karen. That isn't so, I assure you.
Clay said, you're more interested in your work than you are in me.
You mustn't listen to Clay.
But he's my friend. And he knows what's happening between you and me.
He's not our friend. And he's just upsetting you. As a matter of fact, I think it would be better if you didn't see him anymore. And I'm going to talk to Dr. Newman about that. And you won't have to see him if you don't want to.
No, please don't. I like his visits. He talks to me. And we have tea together.
Yes, but it's the talk that's disturbing you.
But it's all right. I understand him. Poor Clay. He knows I don't love him.
Karen, I'm so sorry, but I really have to go.
No, please.
I'm sorry. I would prefer to stay, but I have to go.
Will you come back?
Of course. Of course. Tomorrow, I promise.
Wade?
Yes.
Dear Wade. I'm tired, but I feel better now that you've come back. Come closer. I want to whisper something to you. I love you.
The one and only two-fisted Mr. Clean. On the one hand,
Mr. Clean is tough on dirt and grime and grease.
he's great at cleaning. On the other hand,
He hates a dull and streaky floor.
he leaves what shiny gleaming.
Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean's great for so many cleaning jobs. He gets dirt without spoiling the shine.
He leaves what shiny gleaming.
Mr. Clean.
I love him.
Mr. Goodwin, you made a mistake. You sent us the wrong toothpaste.
I sent you Crest.
I don't use Crest. I get my fluoride when I go for my checkups.
Those treatments fight cavities. But Crest fluoride gives you extra protection on top of those treatments.
Really?
Well, what do you think?
I guess I should be using Crest, Mr. Goodwin.
There's no mistake about it.
Crest is accepted by the American Dental Association.
You can't beat Crest for fighting cavities.
The first portion of Search for Tomorrow was brought to you by Crest, the cavity fighter. Our story will continue in just a moment.
Today the Dashmobile is at the docks. Longshoreman shirts get plenty dirty. So we'll wash not 2 or 3, but 12 at once, so you can see how Dash gets a big load clean.
That's a lot of shirts, lady, and they're heavy.
No problem. Dash is concentrated.
Heavy.
Heavyweight cleaning power for today's big machines. See? 12 shirts, dashing clean.
Beautiful.
Try Dash on your wash load.
Heavyweight Dash turns big dirty loads into dashing clean clothes.
And now the second portion of Search for Tomorrow.
Well, Pete, I'd try shake and bake. But will it make chicken crispy, like my fried chicken?
See for yourself. You take 2 drumsticks, coat one in flour and fry, the other shake, then bake. See, the fried is crispy, but look how crispy the drumstick made with shake and bake is.
Pete, you're right. Shake and bake makes chicken real crispy, like my fried chicken.
And you prove it to yourself. Shake and bake coating mix is better than frying.
Morning, Miss Tucker. I guess they're sleeping. Early every morning, the farm brings fresh food to tucker in.
Look at these strawberries, sir.
Tonight, there'll be strawberry shortcake, an old favorite. Only now I make it with Cool Whip. This is Cool Whip? It's Cool Whip.
It's got a real fresh taste.
That's why I always use Cool Whip, non-dairy whip topping. It's got a real fresh taste.
Hello. How nice to see you.
Hello.
Stephanie, I'm glad you could come.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, excuse me. He's still clean. How did you manage?
We're dry.
Oh, you look wonderful. That's terrific.
Oh, he's a good boy.
When do we eat?
We eat after the wedding. Listen, do me a favor and help your dad take care of Danny, okay?
Okay.
Bob, hello. How nice to see you. Very soon. Have you seen Reverend Carstairs?
Yeah, he was just here a minute ago, Mom.
Excuse me.
Gary, it's really good to have you back.
Well, it's good to be back, Dr. Rogers.
How's your internship going up there in Chicago?
The truth? It's a backbreaker. Thank God I only have 2 more months to go.
Don't worry, you'll get through it. We all did. Oh, look, while you're home, why don't you stop in and see me? I'd like to talk to you about a place on the staff.
Well, that'd be terrific. I can't tell you how much I'd appreciate that.
When you're free, give me a call and we'll make a date.
All right.
Good.
There we are. Look at everybody. Look at me. Hello, Stephanie. Stu?
Joe. Hi.
Hi.
How you
Hey, look who's here.
Oh, she's
Hi,
beautiful.
Pretty. Hi, Susie. Let's go play. Okay, but we have to be careful. We're not supposed to get dirty.
That's right. Oh, what a good girl.
Come on, go on. Don't get dirty here.
Oh, hello. How nice. How beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Isn't it a beautiful day?
Absolutely perfect. And even if it rains, it's going to be perfect.
You're right.
You look absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you. So do you.
You know, it's been rumored that there might be a wedding here today.
Oh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it's my first one as a grandfather.
Oh, really? What's the matter, Stu? Make you feel old?
No, not necessarily, but it does give me an idea.
Oh, you better watch out.
Excuse me. Sure.
I think that was very...
Hello, you must be Dave Wilkins, Steve's friend.
How'd you know that?
Oh, he described you. I'm Janet Collins. Come on in. I'd like you to meet some people.
Stephanie. Hi, Wilkins. Hi, Mr. Collins.
Let's see. Now we have Bob Rogers here, and Joe Vincent, and John Wyatt. This is Dave Wilkins, Steve's friend.
You're Steve's boss, aren't you?
Well, you know, out there on the site, sometimes it's hard to determine who's the boss and who isn't.
Hello,
Hi,
Steve.
Mrs. Collins. How are you?
Please call me Janet.
Janet, I'd like you to meet.
Yes, this must be your brother and your sister-in-law.
That's right. This is my family. This is Sarah. This is my brother Mike.
Hello.
And this is Mary Ann. And this is Matthew.
Hi.
This is Liza's mom, Janet Collins.
I'm so happy that you could come.
Well, we are, too. Thank you. It's really quite a place you got here.
Oh, thank you. Keeps me kind of busy.
How's my bride?
She's a little bit nervous. I wouldn't try to see her if I were you. She suddenly has a thing about that.
I wouldn't think of doing anything to cross her today.
I think that's a good idea. I'll chat with you later. Why don't you take them in and introduce them around?
Okay, fine.
Make yourselves at home.
Hi.
How are you? Who are these two young people?
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Hi, nice.
Kathy, hi. How nice to see you. And Sam,
Thank you for asking. Doesn't she look terrific?
Oh, she sure does. Well, you don't look bad yourself.
Thank you.
Look, we'll be beginning just as soon as Wade gets here. Well, why don't you come on in? Oh, sure, Kathy. Come on.
Gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Gary, thank you so much for the beautiful letter you wrote me about Tony.
Well, he was a great guy. I just hope I can be half the doctor he was.
I couldn't wish more for you. It takes a lot of experience. You be careful and don't put your whole life into your work. See some for yourself and the people who love you.
I will, Joe.
Is Bruce here yet?
I haven't seen him, but I'm sure waiting for him.
Hello.
Wade, what happened?
Well, it was an emergency.
At the sanitarium. I know, but what happened?
Karen is refusing to eat, and I had to go. Look, we'll talk about it later. I'll get dressed as fast as I can.
Sweetheart, would you hurry, please?
Janet? Everything all right, dear?
Oh, sure. Just, a few last-minute details.
Hi, dear.
Hi, Bruce.
Excuse me, please.
Sure.
Hey, you two. I think I have some important information about what really happened to Robin.
What?
Well, I met one of her friends, one of her close friends, and I think I've got some information, one of her really good friends.
Everyone, we're just about ready to begin.
Hey, let's talk about it later.
We'll return to our story in just a moment.
Good for you. You balanced your family's diet.
I'm wonderful.
But what about the fruit your husband won't eat? The lunches your kids won't eat? The foods you won't eat because of your figure? To help fix the daily damage done to that balanced diet, try these. 1 a day or 1 a day plus iron. They make sure your family gets 10 vitamins essential to good nutrition. That's important, since nobody can be healthy without good nutrition. So every day, see that they take 1 a day.
I will.
1 a day brand multivitamins, if you know what's good for you.
Introducing the panic button. It's our new super dry, soft and dry antiperspirant. Push it. Before you panic, before you're late for work and the bus is early. Soft and dry does not contain zirconium, but it does fight nervous perspiration. It goes on super dry and it never stings me. So push the panic button before you find out the car you just hit has a flashing red light on top. New super dry, soft and dry really fights nervous perspiration without zirconium in spray or roll-on.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered together here in the sight of God and in the presence of this company to join together this man and woman in holy matrimony. Marriage is an honorable estate, instituted by our Lord and commended among all men. It is not therefore to be entered into lightly, but reverently, soberly, and in the fear of God. Since it is your desire, Steve, and yours, Liza, to take each other as husband and wife, would you please indicate this desire by joining your right hands? Do you, Steve, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? And do you solemnly promise before God and these witnesses that you will love, honor, and cherish her, and that forsaking all others for her alone, you will perform unto her all the duties a husband owes to his wife, in plenty and in want, in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and in health, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Liza, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband? And do you solemnly promise before God and these witnesses that you will love, honor, and cherish him, and that forsaking all others for him alone, you will perform unto him all the duties that a wife owes to her husband, in plenty and in want, in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and in health, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Steve, what token do you give as a symbol of your affection and of your sincerity and fidelity?
A ring.
This ring symbolizes the pure love which has already united your hearts. Steve, will you place the ring on Liza's finger and repeat after me, please? With this ring I thee wed.
With this ring I thee wed.
And with all my heart's affection I thee endow.
And with all my heart's affection I thee endow.
And now, Steve and Liza have asked me to give them time to present their own vows to each other.
Liza. I pledge to you my love. I offer you my heart to know your kindness. My eyes to always see your beauty. And I entrust to you my soul, as you do to me, to unite us in a bond of growth and fulfillment.
Steve, I give you my loyalty and my faith. Whatever your needs, I will try to answer them. I bring you everything that I have, and I know that you do the same for me. I ask of you only what I ask of myself. Look into my heart, and I will look into yours.
We know that opening ourselves to the one we love is sometimes difficult and takes courage. Therefore, we make this commitment to our marriage.
To love, but not to smother.
To share, but not to insist.
To join, but not invade.
And to do our best. To do our best.
And to be each other's best friend.
Always.
And now, by the authority vested in me, as a minister of the gospel and by the laws of this state, I pronounce you man and wife. Therefore, what God hath joined together, let no man put asunder. You may kiss the bride.
Thank you.
Send your child back to school with a brand new box of 64 Crayola crayons for a lot of little reasons. Crayola crayons hasn't missed the first day of school in the last 50 years. That's a very good attendance record. If you would like to make going back to school more fun, give your child a box of 64 Crayola crayons. There's never a dull moment with Crayola Crayon 64 box.
Announcing new Arid XX.
Cut. Paul, just say Arid double X.
The can says Arid.
Paul, just say Arid double X. Roll it.
Announcing new Arid Double X, our brand new extra dry Arid. Use it every day. It keeps you 50% drier than our leading spray. 50% drier. Is that true?
Cut. It's true, Paul.
I'm a nervous wreck. I could really use this Arid XX.
Double X, Paul. Arid double X.
Sounds by Priscilla and Seal Ainsworth. Stay tuned for As the World Turns, 1/2 hour from now on most of these same CBS stations. This